Hey everybody, Chris here doing another movie review. This time it's for Suicide Squad that came out today. I think I'll get this posted today. So today, I watched it last night, Thursday night showing at AMC Theaters, Crossroads Mall, because that was the time slot that I could make it to. So, the overview for this movie is a government agency decides that a woman named Amanda Waller decides she wants to put together a super team to combat any next threat that may come to Earth, with try and get some metahumans together to fight the next big threat, right? So she rounds up these people, and then there's an adventure, and then they save the day, I guess. So that's the story. So overall, the movie was fun. It was a fun movie to watch. I had a good time. I just think I was scratching my head through this, probably the second half of it, or the last act at least. So I'm gonna start off with the things that I like about this movie, because there are a lot of things to like about this movie, and then I'm gonna jump into some of the negative stuff, because I've thought about this and I feel pretty passionate about some of it. So the things that are awesome. The best thing, I love the color scheme of the poster and all the purple and pink and blue and all the whatever, all that stuff. That was great. That has nothing to do with the movie. But I feel like all that color palette screams Margot Robbie and Joker, maybe. So with that said, the best thing about this movie is Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. She was awesome. Every time she would come on screen, the camera would somehow point your eyes straight at her ass, and you would just sit there and watch it. I don't know what else was going on. Maybe that was just me. I guess it's possible. She was crazy. It showed her backstory. She did this quick little rewind homage thing to her and Joker's history, which was really cool. You get to see what the deal is with those two in this universe for DC. She killed it. She was hilarious, psychotic, crazy, and you really buy that she's in love with Joker. I mean, you buy it. So she was awesome. She was probably my favorite thing in the movie. The second thing was Joker. He plays like a even more crazy and sadistic Scarface sort of character, kind of gangster guy, which I guess he always sort of was, but I never really got that vibe. I always got just bad guy, yeah, see, that sort of bad guy. But this dude is straight up like gangster, and I dig it. Jared Leto killed it. Every time he was on screen, I wasn't sure if he was gonna kill someone, bite someone. I just didn't know what was gonna happen. And then it was interesting seeing the relationship between him and Harley, because you can tell on all these flashbacks that they show you that he maybe doesn't really he doesn't realize that he is in love with her. So he's pushing the boundaries and making her do stuff, and you're like, what is he doing? Is he trying to kill her? Does he love her? And that's where I think it's brilliant, because that is the relationship. It's just never really been done that well, ever. I don't think. Not in a serious way, goofy, cartoony way, but never in a serious way. So I bought into it. And the other thing would be Will Smith as Deadshot. He killed it. It was like Will Smith jumping right out of Independence Day, the first one, and jumped into this movie. He was great. He was funny. He was action-packed. He didn't steal the show necessarily, but he was, I would say he's the leader of the team, aside from Rick Flag. But he was the leader of the team. So let's see if I remember all when they were like Captain Boomerang, they would do that with some graphics, and that looked cool. The first half of the movie, 2 acts of the movie were done really well. Then the third act, I just couldn't wrap my mind around it, because they had a character like Enchantress, which is a witch, and she looked really cool, and I was like, what are they going to do with her? So I'm trying to stay on the good things for a second. What else was good about this? It was fun. The action was decent. Man, that's all I got for the good stuff. So I would say it's worth going to see in the theater. It is fun. I think most people will enjoy it. if they don't have too high of expectations, which is where I messed up. I'm guilty of what I'm going to tell you not to do. So jumping over into the bad stuff. Okay, so I had really high expectations for this movie, as did a lot of people, but I guess I was thinking this was going to be DC's Guardians of the Galaxy. So you might be able to see like where that could cause problems for expectation setting. It just didn't hit all the marks I wanted it to. The stuff with Harley Quinn and even Deadshot are great, but then they did some stuff with Deadshot I didn't like toward the end, which I guess is kind of a spoiler. They sort of, oh man. So with Deadpool, who is kind of an anti-hero, you get it, you root for him. He does sort of become a hero, even though he kills the bad guy at the end. He still killed the bad guy, so no one really cares if we kill a bad guy. It's just how it works in our brain. But, and I guess Deadshot is assassinating other bad guys, like he's a bad guy killing bad guys, as far as the movie shows. But they make kind of light of it with the daughter in a certain scene that bugged me. And I was like, I don't know, that's kind of weird. Yeah, I was speechless. I don't know. So you have this, and the overall problem with this movie for me is that Amanda Waller puts this team together to combat the next Superman. If he's bad, if he comes here and he wants to wipe out the world like Bruce Wayne was always afraid of, Amanda Waller's putting together a team to stop it. So you get a guy that shoots stuff, you get a crazy girl who hits things with bats and big mallets and can shoot guns. And then Captain Boomerang, who throws boomerangs. And then let's see who else. Diablo, which was actually cool. He was something I forgot on the good stuff. He was pretty dope. I liked him a lot. He was a metahuman. Enchantress, metahuman. Not really. I think they probably classified her that way, but not really. She was more mystical than whatever. So. Who else? Oh, Katana showed up. It was kind of strange. She was friends with Rick Flag. They went into her backstory real quick with the soul sword and all this stuff. That was pretty neat. But what is she going to do with her sword up against Superman? She's not going to cut Superman with the soul sword. That's not going to happen. Diablo, he's not going to do shit either. He's going to burn Superman can't burn. So there was that. Rick Flag is just a military guy, shoots guns. Enchantress, I think, might be the only one that could give Superman a run for his money, just because she would do really weird stuff to him. He wouldn't, I don't know what he would do. That would be a cool fight. I would watch that. I would totally watch that. But the problem is, that's a spoiler. I guess so. I won't get into that because I'm doing this as a no spoilers review. But when you see the movie, you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. They put this team together that cannot do shit against a Superman. And that was the whole purpose of putting them together. So that bothered me. And that being said, it was fine. This event happens in the movie. Then they're like, all right, activate Task Force X is what they called them, which, you know, Suicide Squad is the nickname that Will Smith's character gives it at some point. So they're like, let's activate Task Force X. And they get them all ready to go. It's kind of a fun scene, jokey, fun, but it was kind of a weird reason. And then there was like this sort of reveal that I didn't understand about. Maybe I missed something. I did have to take a bathroom break. So maybe I missed something and it just ruined a lot of this stuff for me. So, hey, that could be. Other stuff, because when I'm watching this last act, I'm like, okay, cool, we're going to fight this stuff with these people, and it just didn't. I couldn't buy into it because even the threat that the team faced, I don't think they really should have defeated it. I think they should have all died. The situation they were in, they should have all died. I get you. I realize it's a movie and there's a plot and bleh, but they should have died. I can't say in this one. Let's see. The narrative really was kind of just all over the place. They were trying to, and there's a rumor that the studios got involved in this and kind of had their hands in it, messed with it a little bit. But I feel like they didn't go far enough. It's like, this is a show about bad guys. Let's watch bad guys do bad stuff. And they really didn't do that much bad stuff. We watched them throwing fits in prison, And then the scene in the trailer where Harley Quinn breaks glass and steals something. So it's what we do. Okay, but they didn't really drive that home enough, I don't think. They're bad guys. We wanted to see bad guys doing bad stuff. That was the whole purpose. Really just sitting here talking about it and thinking about it. I had a friend of mine who watched it last night as well, and he said he loved it. He hadn't been blown away by a DC movie like this since The Dark Knight Returns or The Dark Knight, which is big talk. And then I'm like, okay, well, maybe I missed something. Maybe I missed something. But here's the problem that I had. So don't do this. This is my advice to you if you're going to go watch this movie. Do not do this thing. I thought this was going to be DC's Guardians of the Galaxy. So you see where that might cause problems. After you see the movie, you'll see what I mean better. That's what I thought I was going to get. But the bad guys, or the sort of criminals in Guardians of the Galaxy, all get redeemed because they do something good and become heroes. The bad guys in this movie didn't have to do something good or even stop the bad guy. They could have just done bad stuff and it would have been fine. Scarface or The Godfather, I don't know why I'm like, but those kind of movies we enjoy. The Sopranos, Peaky Blinders on Netflix, like these things, we enjoy seeing the bad guys do the bad stuff because we don't want to do it ourselves. But this movie, of course, they had to create some big world-ending event that these mere mortals, sort of, had to stop. And I'm like, well, that's weird. Why are they trying to take on this world-ending task? One. Two, where in the hell is Batman and Flash and Wonder Woman if this thing is happening? It wasn't in Gotham or Metropolis, so maybe that's why. But, I mean, the Flash could get there really fast. Where the hell were these people? And it was going on for, I don't know, you sense the time in the movie, maybe 6 hours. It was daylight and it was nighttime, so there was plenty of time for some people to get there. Batman has the Batwing, Flash can go really fast, or Wonder Woman has an invisible jet, damn it. So I'm like, where are they at? And that was a problem that Marvel has had for the longest time, but they always do a good job of making it work in the narrative of the story. This one, I just was like, why are we sending these criminals to do this thing when we could have just called Bruce Wayne or Barry Allen? So those are my problems. I think I covered most of them that are relevant and important. With all that said, overall it's a fun movie, but there was a couple scenes where it didn't work for me. There's some stuff that didn't work for me. Some of the slow motion stuff, I'm like, oh, we're gonna save the world. I just didn't. I don't know. I think I was being too hard on it. I am a Marvel fanboy, sure. I am also a DC fanboy. I feel like the best DC movie that has been made still to date is Man of Steel. Batman vs. Superman, the ultimate cut, is very good. This one is fun, but it felt more to me like a Thor the Dark World situation, which, you know, it was fun, it was fine, but it wasn't the caliber that it needs to be. So, you know, with that said, I don't want to deter anybody from going and watching this movie because it is fun. You'll have a good time watching the movie. And, you know, if you're like my friend Devontae, who said he loved this thing, then good on you. I had fun, and there's a lot of stuff I liked about it, but there's a lot of stuff that I didn't like about it. And so for me, it's like good and the bad right here. It's just instead of like, yeah, you know, when I walked out of Batman vs. Superman, even the theatrical cut, I was like, I got to see Superman fight Batman. I got to see Wonder Woman kick ass. In this one, I'm not as pumped about seeing Harley Quinn be crazy and the Joker being crazy. Those were really cool moments to get you pumped and ready. So if that was a prelude, another build up to a freaking Joker Harley Quinn movie, just a Bonnie and Clyde sort of thing, sign me the hell up. If that's meant to be like a flagpole property where they want to do a Suicide Squad 2, I don't feel like they should. Or if they do, they should be smart about it. And the bad guy in this one, the bad guy should have been Joker, is the problem. Street level. You've got street level heroes and bad guys, and then you have all your heroes and spacey cosmic people. You can't compete. Street level cannot compete with. So, Daredevil against the Hulk. Picture that. I mean, Daredevil ain't gonna do shit. It's not gonna happen. So you gotta keep that stuff into perspective, and I think DC forgot that, dropped the ball. So if they do another one, or if any of these people show up in another movie again, they need to be the street level gang, like Scarlet Johansson. Whoops. Black Widow. You know, she has her place. She does her thing, and she may get her own movie. But in that movie, do you think the Black Widow's going to take on Thanos? Hell no, of course not. That would be ridiculous. She'll take on like the Hand or something, like some street level, some Hydra agent or division, new Hydra, something like that makes more sense. So I just feel like they got like too big in their britches, sort of a situation, and they dropped the ball. Now David Ayer had a different cut. There were two competing cuts for this movie. His was more serious, which I don't know what that means really, because the jokes did fit. All the fun and humor did fit. The chemistry between the team was pretty damn good. But their mission was whacked. It was just whacked. So, yeah, with that said, go check this out and let me know what you think in the comments below. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Chris Sithlord. Like this video and click subscribe. And you know, hey, here's hoping that the Wonder Woman movie is going to be as awesome as I think it is. We'll see. So as always, thanks for watching.